Alright, if you're looking at this through the GoPro right now, it tells me to please connect a drone. So the drone itself is connected. Apparently it's a Wi-Fi drone. And even though I'm connected on it through the Wi-Fi, it still doesn't recognize it through the app. And it doesn't seem that it's a Bluetooth device because nothing on my Bluetooth will come up for that drone specifically. This is a cheap drone. I got it from a Marlboro through their rewards points program. I will be honest with you, I have already flown this a little bit just to kind of get a feel for it, and it's not great. So it still tells me to connect the drone. There's no connected drone, even though I flew it earlier. I followed the directions, did exactly what they told me to do. And there's not like a way to set this up. Connect, first switch on the drone, the lights will light up, start indicating the drone is ready to connect, waiting for a signal from the mobile phone. Open the Wi-Fi settings on your mobile phone, select Fader Hawk drone, then connect. When connection is successfully completed, exit the settings, open the Fader app on your mobile device, select fly icon to enter the drone's interface. Now your drone is connected and ready to broadcast images. The phone screen shows real-time footage, which it does not. No matter how many times I have tried to connect this drone to my phone, it just does not want to work. I have it on auto. Get out of here, bug. Alright, the drone's on because I can see the lights blinking. And there's no setting to connect this drone. It's still not showing me anything is connected. Close out of the Fader drone app. If it doesn't connect this time, we're just gonna fly it, and yeah, so once the drone's powered on the controller, and then you push the up and down button. There is a headless mode on this, which I'm not crazy about, because when I was flying it earlier, I got tripped up and didn't realize I was in headless, and I was going all crazy. I will tell you this, I crashed it into something earlier and it actually held up pretty well. So on the controller here, this is to take video and photo, this is to auto launch. When it auto launches, it goes to 1.5 meters, or I'm assuming that's about 3 feet. You can trim this if you need to. You can also, I think there's a way to make it do like 360 flips and stuff. So first I want to say it feels pretty good, right? So like I feel like if I gave this to a kid or somebody that didn't really know how to fly drones, I feel like they would be okay. right. Hopefully the GoPro was recording, because apparently it wasn't, or it just turned off by itself. There's a way to auto trim this where you take both of these and then you can trim it. There's also a way to, there's like 3 different modes to make this fly a little bit faster. There's like a slow, a medium, a fast. These buttons down here will control the gimbal, even though I can't really see it. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer to the camera. She's flying away. All right, so that was unsuccessful. Luckily we're outside and not near cars or anything. So if you can see that on the GoPro, this button will connect it. All right, let's try this again, see if it, Alright, so with most any other drone, you got your yaw and your pitch and all that stuff. Nothing too crazy. As far as photos go, you just basically push this button. The light on the remote will blink red. That's once. If you want to take video, hold the button down until it starts to record. Now, I've already looked at some photos and videos and stuff of this. I think it has a max height of 60 meters, I believe it was. I'm gonna try to get this thing up there a little bit. We're still recording video through this. I should have worn some sunglasses because I can't really see much. But I will say, it still, I mean, even for like a cheap drone, it feels okay. I wouldn't purchase this with my own money, but because we got it for free, I figured, why not give it a shot? You don't actually have to smoke Marlboros. I think it helps. I think you have the coupons or the points or whatever, but most people that throw their packages away, you can probably just snag one out of the carton. All right, let's stop recording that. Now, I've flown plenty of drones in my day. There's a way to do like 360 flips and stuff with this. I'm not really necessarily interested in that, to be fair. I mean, it's just not one of those things where like, I guess if you got this for a kid or somebody that just wanted to mess around with a drone. The pictures aren't great. I definitely looked at some of those on the computer earlier. I mean, they're just like, they say that they're 1080p images. I would assume it's probably somewhere around 7 megapixels, maybe 5. The quality on them is not great. The video is not terrible, but it just really isn't like, it's not DJI quality. They do sell these. I think they're like 130 bucks or 150 bucks or something like that. Try to get it away from the camera. But it always does that. Like, if you let go, it'll kind of hover and shift forward some. And I've tried to trim it, and it just, no matter what, I think when you turn the drone off, it just resets the trim. There's really not much else to say about this. I mean, it's just a cheap drone. It looks like a little Mavic Mini or a Mini, like a Mini 2 or whatever it is. And if you are with the Marlboro points, the video is very jelly-like. So there's definitely a lot of like jello, like wiggle in it. I'm gonna put the ISO on auto because it was pretty dark on that. I'm sorry if you guys didn't really see a lot of that. So like, this is definitely not a DJI drone, that's for sure. And there we go. That's why it's not a DJI. Oh, the pippy. What you got, this stick? You got a little stick for the pip? Let me see. Let me see this. All right, we should be connected again. Lift off while I play with the dog. So, in all, I mean, if you plan on getting this from Marlboro, there's a few things I think you should understand. The battery life on it seems to be all right. I think I haven't ran through an entire battery. The battery itself, and I'll show you on some overhead video that I took the other day. There's a little USB-C port, and you basically got to charge it. A little red light comes on, and then it'll basically shut that red light off once it's done once it's done charging. I really wish you could see the live video feed from the drone, but I guess we're not doing that. I mean, it's taken a couple of hits now so far. Let's see how high we can get this thing. Now, if you need to auto land it, you push this button and it basically will fall out of the sky. So take that into account. I believe the ceiling for this, like I said, is 60 meters, so it's probably somewhere around 70 feet in the air. I don't want to go too high, just because I don't want to lose connection with this thing, because it is a Wi-Fi drone. So it'll really just depend on how well the connection holds up. One thing I will say with these cheap drones is, like, you could easily buy an old DJI drone off eBay, you know, a DJI Spark, a Mini, like a Mini 2. I think when I did the review on the Mini SE, I mean, granted at the time, I think it was $299. So if you're gonna buy something, I would honestly highly recommend buying something that has like a GPS enabled flight path. So this way, if you do lose connection with the controller, you don't have to worry about losing the drone. I mean, granted, I got this for free. It's not necessarily the greatest, but I think it's also one of those things where it'll get you into the hobby for as long as the hobby is going to continue to last until the FAA fucks everything over. You can thank large corporations for that, because they need to apparently deliver a fucking iPad Touch to your door on a drone within a half hour, which I think is fucking stupid. I also blame the people that are too lazy to just drive to the fucking store and go get a can of beans rather than having Amazon or Walmart deliver a drone to you, or deliver your beans from a drone. So there's that. I feel like this, when it gets close to something, it like wants to hover towards it. And no matter how much trimming you do, it always seems to continue to do the same thing. Nothing really crazy about this. So we're gonna kind of close this out and talk about the drone a little bit here. I mean, I've been recording on my camera for about 18 minutes now, and even though we've crashed it a few times, it's still going. You know, hasn't fallen out of the sky yet, hasn't, there we go. Well, talking about it made the battery die. All right. So she's out of juice. Let's go ahead and talk about this drone really quick, because I think that it deserves to be talked about. Let's sit down. Look at that dog. Look at that stinky dog. All right, so Faderhawk drone, Faderhawk Plus drone. So basically, like I said, I got it from Marlboro. We do the rewards points. My mom and dad are smokers, so they get all the rewards points and stuff. The Marlboro thing is cool. You get some pretty alright stuff. I actually got a Vizio soundbar from them, which is pretty decent. That drone, even though you get it for free with your points, you can buy those, I want to say, for like I think they're between like 130 and we'll say 175. I don't really remember exactly the actual cost of those drones. I do know that they're not like over $200, so it is what it is. But what I want to say about this drone, I think you could easily find something in your price range. If you're looking to get a drone and you want to actually start with drones, get something that's good. I think this is something that's fun to mess around with, especially if you're just getting into drones and just want to kind of have a drone to mess around with. I think it's okay. It'll kind of get you into the wanting to upgrade to something better. And I think that it is well deserved to say that if you plan on buying one of these outright, don't do it. There's plenty of other drones out there. You could probably easily get like a Mini SE, like one of the first DJI Mavic Minis, an old DJI Spark, which didn't really necessarily have a lot of battery life. I mean, even now those drones are probably somewhere around 10 years old, but you would still get probably about, I would say, anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes out of a battery, depending on how fast you fly it. If you just want to get it into drones, I think that is possibly a better option. Buy a used one. Most people take care of them. Most drones, especially from novice or beginners, I mean, even when I first started flying drones, I crashed them. And I crashed this one a couple of times. So I'm not necessarily too worried about it. I mean, that one held up pretty all right. It hit the side of a building or the side of the house, and it hit the tripod and then landed in some grass, and none of the rotors are broken. So at the end of the day, I think if you're gonna get it for free, I think it's okay to start off with, you know, depending on as long as the FAA kind of keeps the remote ID stuff away for a little bit longer. I don't know when they're supposed to implement that, but if you're looking to get into drones and you want to upgrade to something that is going to be better, you're probably not going to have as many issues, and you probably won't have issues where it flies away, then I would say probably look into buying something used. Honestly, it's an okay drone. I'm not giving it high praises. The photos on it look like shit, to be honest with you. I mean, there may be 5 megapixels, even though the file says 1080 by 1920. They just don't look very good. They're very pixelated and muddy. The video is somewhat similar, but looks slightly better than the photos. It, I think, would be usable, but with the jello that happens because there's no like gimbal stabilization, that the videos aren't very good. So just take that into account. Anyways, if you guys like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you didn't like this video, also give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons. I'm Jordan, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.